Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Before we get into your weekly love outlook, let me just remind you all that this is the tarot deck I'm giving away on my channel this month for April 2020. It's a Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck. It's a lovely box set. It comes with a lovely book that's like the same size as the box set, so it's like a really nice big book, guidebook that comes with it, and a beautiful deck. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and leave me a comment letting me know you're interested. And then really what's most important is to come back to my channel at the end of the month. Even if you don't watch my channel all month, that's fine. But come back to my channel at the end of the month and just check and see if you're the winner. I am still waiting for the March winner to get back to me. So please do that. All right, guys, so let's get right into it, Scorpio. We're going to be pulling out your romance angel messages for the week. And these readings, honestly, I usually date these readings, so this is for this week, but I'm going to be changing that because a lot of my watchers and viewers, their timelines are very different. You know, sometimes they're experiencing a reading I did a couple weeks ago right now, or they're experiencing, you know, the reading that I did yesterday talks about something that happened, you know, a few weeks ago. So I believe that once you come to this video, if you come to this video, if something's drawing you to this video today, then hopefully this reading is for you regardless. So timeless, really, timeless messages. But this is a weekly outlook. Let's go. Let go of control issues, Scorpio. Separation. And we have trust. All right. Interesting. Let go of control issues, huh? Separation and trust. It's interesting because trust and let go of control issues really kind of go hand in hand. And then for some of you, you might be experiencing separation, or you may be coming out of a separation. We won't really know till we get your cards out. My lovely Scorpios. I do love the readings for Scorpios because they're always so interesting. So let's just see what your outlook is this week. Now, this is an outlook into a connection that you have with someone, Scorpio. So, oh, look at that. Your card came out. I'm going to take it. Normally, my regulars know I don't take flyers. I usually like a nice, neat cut. But I'm going to take that because that's your card, Scorpio. And your card's been popping out for you for a lot of the readings lately, certainly on my channel. So let's put this one, we're going to put this one right over here and keep it there. Something's up, right? All right, so let's just see you and your person. Your person, King of Pentacles, you're resonating with Knight of Swords. Your person has 4 swords and you have the Moon. Your person has 6 of Wands, and you have 2 of Pentacles. Again, 5 of Pentacles for them, and 6 of Cups for you. So I'm pulling a few more cards this week than I normally do for the weekly. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So, wow. All right, well, let's get right into it. You and your person, how are you guys coming into the week? Well, you're both coming into the week aggressive and a lot aggressive. You certainly are, Knight of Swords, but in a positive, aggressive way, in a way of really attacking life right now. Your person is resonating with a lot of abundance, stability, authority. There may be somebody, maybe you're dealing with somebody who is a business owner or somebody who's high up in their career. King of Pentacles can also be a healthcare worker, a doctor, nurse, someone who works with the body. But there's somebody, you're dealing certainly with somebody, I'm going to say this week, at least, they're coming in resonating strong as someone who very confident, very, obviously very earthy. We have Pentacles here, so very earthy individual, but certainly someone who's used to a lot of success, right? Who's used to a certain amount of stability. They may even be a mentor. They may be somebody, a master. It's something that people seek them out for. That's just the general nature of the King of Pentacles anyway, right? But your person is resonating with this energy, so they're exuding this week, and you're resonating with Knight of Swords. And Knight of Swords is aggressive, but it's aggressive in a sense of the Knight of Swords goes out and he really cuts away any ties to things that are holding him back, people that are holding him back, places, regardless, whatever it is in his life that is that he may be tethered to in some way, that is ultimately dragging him down or keeping him from his goal, the Knight of Swords rides in to sort of get rid of those ties. So this week is a strong week for you making some changes, I'm going to say, right? Your card came out, death. It's all about, the end of things, right? Now, how are you guys seeing each other? This is interesting because your person and you, your person is seeing you as a Four of Swords, and you're seeing them as moon energy. So something's up. You're not sure what's up with them. If you see them as the moon, then they're being very secretive, very emotional. They may be keeping things from you, right? Or you may have the feeling that they're keeping things from you. When we resonate with the moon ourselves, it's very different than when we see someone as the moon. So to see them as resonating with this kind of moon energy, it just seems like you're very sort of unsure of their feelings. They see you as a Four of Swords, so they see you as someone who's very, this is interesting. They see you as somebody who's very sort of reserved, I'm going to say. Someone who's very reserved. They're seeing you as not necessarily making a decision, or if you are making a decision, they're seeing that you're taking your good time doing it. It's interesting for them to see you as a Four of Swords because Four of Swords is also the card for truce. So it could be that there was something going on here. You may have had an argument with this person. You guys may be in challenge right now. And they're kind of seeing you, they're looking at you and they're like, look, it's a truce, right? You're calling a truce, I'm calling a truce, right? And I don't know if they're necessarily eager to make any kind of decisions right now. Because also from your point of view, Scorpio, they're being very secretive, very cagey. The moon is a very cagey energy for someone to resonate with if that's how you're seeing them. So your feelings are very unsure. You really don't know where they're coming from. And I think that there is some kind of separation here or challenge. And right now, it's almost as if it's in that stage to me where there's just no talking, no communication. It's like you're getting further and further apart. Is how I'm feeling right now. I'm going to pull some more cards. All right. Now, they desire a victory. Right? They're desiring a victory of Six of Wands. In this relationship, they want a victory. So I think that the way they're seeing you with this truce, I think that they're like, okay, well, my Scorpio has gone to their corner, let's hopefully this will work out. They may be not as forthcoming as you like them to be. Right? Your desire is to get through some of this chaos. Two of Pentacles is a lot of chaos financially and environmentally, and it's really trying to juggle. And I think that right now also it's interesting because some of this is being impacted by money somehow or finances. And I'm going to say everyone right now is being impacted by money and finances and the pressure of wondering what's coming next or what's happening next. My regulars, my cross watchers, you know already that Two of Pentacles has shown up for every single reading. That's just a lot of chaos. And Five of Pentacles is starting to show up also for a lot of the readings because a lot of us have been brought down by the recent events in the world. And I mean down in the sense of having to maybe even rebuild, right? Having to rebuild our finances or our environment, having to look for different kinds of jobs. Five of Pentacles is a power struggle that essentially we kind of lose. And we have, we pay the price financially. We have to sort of rebuild ourselves. This could even be a power struggle with society or with things that are happening on a social level, like right now, this outbreak, right? It doesn't always, when we look at tarot, when we read the tarot, we have to read the tarot, and there's so many things to consider. The Five of Pentacles oftentimes will indicate a power struggle that you have with another individual or a group of people, right? And where you are essentially the one turned out in the cold. It can also be a societal phenomenon where everyone is dealing with a sense of more poverty or just having to rebuild after a sort of struggle, a power struggle, whether that power struggle is with nature or with the world around us, that can happen also. And this is another reason why Five of Pentacles is showing up so much for a lot of the readings. It's starting to become a trend because a lot of us are kind of feeling like that. Now, right now, your person wants a victory with you. But I think ultimately what's going to be impacting this relationship is the finances, because this is the position for what you guys are desiring in this relationship. And this is the position for what ultimately ends up, some of the actions you end up taking. Now, your person is going to be taking some action towards rebuilding. They're used to a lot of success. So I would say that they're probably going, they probably know what to do here because they're used to success. This could be some of the issues here, Scorpio. It could be that because of financial worries, you guys are having power, control issues, and you may have trust issues. You may be dealing with a lot of financial chaos, and it's really making you feel quite unsure. And you're seeing your person, you're not sure what they're going to do. I think it's just a very anxious and unsettling time. Let's get your clarification cards. Anxious and unsettling time for you, Scorpio. And I think that there's pressure from the outside, pressure from money, pressure from, work and things, or how things, just the pressure of what's going to happen. Everything is different. Scorpio, your card, death, has come out because there is a death, as it were, of the life we knew before. So everything's very different right now, but you can handle it nevertheless, right? We have Seven of Pentacles showing up again. Unbelievable. King of Swords, Seven of Swords, the Hangman, Seven of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so, Seven of Pentacles is another card that has shown up so much. All right here. This one, let me move this over a little bit so you can see all of the cards. I hate it when the cards are like totally covering up the other cards' faces and stuff. Seven of Pentacles is a feeling. Is another card, by the way, has shown up for every single reading so far. This is my first reading I'm putting up for today. Yesterday, I think I put up 3 or 4. Yesterday, Seven of Pentacles was in almost every reading, just as the Two of Pentacles has been in probably 90% of the readings. Seven of Pentacles is a feeling of really reevaluating your work, your life, your career, your business, what it is you're doing with your life. You're realizing, Seven of Pentacles is a realization I think that we're all having almost as a society, that a lot of us are realizing that everything we've really worked for, a lot of us, what we've worked for, or a lot of what we've worked for up until now, isn't worth what we thought it is, right? A lot of us are being very much disillusioned. I think that because of what's happening right now as well in society, and this is a worldwide crisis, people are staying indoors, it's really an awful situation. But also it is bringing a hyper focus into everyone's life, what they're doing with their lives, work-wise, career-wise, what they're doing to survive, right? We all have to work in some way. And so that's the realm of Pentacles. And so Pentacles are really impacting all of the readings, even the love readings. Your person is really going through that. They're used to a certain amount of success, but now this situation has them completely sort of re-evaluating, right? However, King of Swords, they're clear-headed, they're smart. This is the second king that's shown up for them. Your person is someone who's extremely capable, extremely fiery, extremely ambitious, and I want to say now with that King of Swords, they're going to figure out a way to move forward. They're going to have a victory with you, but they're also going to have a victory in their own lives. And this Five of Pentacles is nothing for them. This pickup that they're going to have, they may have even been brought down to their knees to a certain degree, but this Five of Pentacles here is a pickup that they're going to have. They're going to make it. They're going to, if they've slid back financially or with regard to stability, they're going to come right back. And the reason why I say that is because I think you have doubts here, and I think a lot of what's going on is that you are unsure. Here, you have Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a feeling of being really sort of delusional, not well, delusional sometimes, right? Seven of Cups can be delusional, it can be having very unrealistic goals and relationships, or unrealistic ideas about things, the way things can work out. It can also be the disappointment of all of that, right? The disappointment when it doesn't work out. So to a certain degree, you're resonating here with Seven of Cups over that moon. I think you're a little bit disappointed about what's going on. I think you're a little bit disappointed about how your, maybe even how your person has been affected. You may be doubting that they can get back to this position they're at, back to their success. Things are changing a lot right now, and I think that you Scorpio are the one who's feeling a little bit overwhelmed and unsure, mostly because you're unsure of what's happening next, and because to a certain degree this has been such a catastrophic letdown of what you expected your life to be like, right? Because Seven of Cups can be very sort of pie in the sky, idealistic view of a life or a relationship, and nothing is ever that perfect. So this card can be associated with disappointment a lot of times. Nevertheless, you do have an awakening this week. Hanged Man comes in for you, and Wheel of Fortune. So there is an awakening happening for you this week in your life. And it's interesting. I feel like you're worried about them, but with regard to your life, you're waking up to something as well. Certain ideas or ways of behaving. There's certain inspiration that's coming for you too. Ace of Wands is here, so there's a huge amount of passion here for you, I think. And Hanged Man just indicates that there's an area in your life that up until now you've been quite asleep at, or you just haven't felt like making much effort. Now you're making a lot of effort with that Knight of Swords, Hanged Man energy. You're making a lot of effort now to move forward, right? But when it comes to your love life or to this connection with this person, there's a lot of doubt and disappointment. Moon and Seven of Cups, a lot of doubt, a lot of disappointment. Feels to you like a lot of secrecy. And you have Two of Pentacles here with the Wheel of Fortune. So financially, yes, there's been a lot of chaos, and there continues to be a lot of chaos, but you have a lot of good luck that's about to come in. Ultimately, it feels to me like, yes, this relationship was in separation, or is in separation and challenge. And I think a lot of it is from worrying too much, worrying, intensive worrying about finances or financial stability, worrying about your person a lot, I think. Maybe there were some control issues, you know what I mean? And it's like, trust is here. You have to trust that they're going to be okay. They have the right idea, even if they're feeling a little bit down right now because of the way things are going. Seven of Pentacles, like I said, is an energy that everyone has been going through, this kind of reevaluation of my life and what am I doing with my life, right? I think sometimes a big emergency like this, which is something that is unprecedented in our lifetimes, still has the capability of getting us to really hyper focus on what we've been doing with our lives up until now, and really thinking about, well, what has it amounted to? If something happened, God forbid, to me today, am I happy with what I've been doing with my life? And a lot of that is that energy of Seven of Pentacles. That feeling of really like, not being a failure per se, but realizing perhaps that all of the work that you've been doing really hasn't amounted to the type of joy, I want to say, or the type of rewards that you truly desire. So a lot of times this is also an awakening to realizing what really makes you happy also. But nevertheless, having trust that your person will get through that. King of Swords is strong energy, you know? But then we have the Seven of Swords here. And Seven of Swords is a feeling of futility, right? It's a feeling of futility and treachery as well. Somebody can be quite treacherous. Now, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. I think there's a little bit of treachery also here that your person may be going through, right? There may be a little bit of treachery. Seven of Swords is the card for futility and people who are like that dream, that thief in the night. And then your person that has to deal with this Five of Pentacles. It may be that somebody has really betrayed their trust recently, and it's one of the reasons why they are now having to deal with a lot of this stability that they're having to rebuild now, or that they've had to slide down as far as their abundance, as far as the money they're making right now. They might be in a really tricky spot, but a lot of that I think has to do with a particular treachery. perhaps, right? Somebody's done something, and made this a worse situation. You, however, you have to trust. If you love your person, I think trust has come in for a reason. Let's see what the spirits have to say. I think trust has come in for a reason. And if you are in separation because of what I described, which is outside pressure, pressure about money, worries about whether or not, you guys will get back to where you are, I would say, communicate, certainly talk about it. But this particular individual, if they're resonating the way I think they are and the way I feel they are, with all of these attributes, and you know your person, right? Your person is someone who is used to success and used to working hard for success. By the way, the King of Pentacles has his success because he worked hard for it, because he's smart and he worked hard for it. And then I have the King of Swords. King of Pentacles, King of Swords can accomplish anything. They can figure out anything and accomplish anything. So if that was what caused the separation or challenge, then, and you love them and you miss them, which by the way you do. Six of Cups talks about a lot of love, a lot of pleasantness, like you miss them. If you're in challenge or separation, you're missing them. And you may be in challenge or separation because you didn't trust them or because you doubted that they would be able to step up to the plate and fix what's going on or at least survive and handle what's going on. But you need to have more faith. Certainly have more faith in your person, because I do believe that they have, honestly, what it takes to come up out of this. Also, like I said, you may not have realized that somebody was working against them. So there may have been other issues that led to this separation or challenge, Scorpio, and you may not realize that a lot of that was due to somebody else who was really interfering in this union and playing games. Spirit of travel. We have Spirit of St. Nicholas and we have Spirit of the past. Wow. All right. Okay, well, we have Spirit of travel. So journey, relocation, moving in. So this is impacting this connection in some way. Is this a long-term separation or is it a long-distance separation? Are you guys apart from each other distance-wise? Are you having to move? Is a move impacting this connection or this relationship? So this is something that's going to, Spirit of travel. This is a very, you will know, Scorpio, if this reading is for you, you'll know exactly what this is talking about. But this is a spirit that is impacting this relationship. So for instance, if you need to travel to see someone, then that might be something that you need to be working on, or energies may be cooperating in your life right now to open up the way to making that travel possible, right? Or it could be something that's blocking this relationship, right? You will know for yourself. Spirit of St. Nicholas is in, which is, of course, blessing, gifts, generosity, assistance. So somebody is being very, very generous and really trying to help out. However, I would be careful, though. This is general. Of course, this is the true spirit of generosity and gifts, and this is coming in. But there is the card of treachery there for your person. And spirits of the past, aching, old flame, missing. I think for some of you, this may indeed be a connection to, for some of you, this may indeed be a connection with somebody that's in your past. And you're missing them. And you're thinking about them and you're missing them. And right now, for whatever reason, this week, the events are bringing them back to the forefront of your mind if they ever left that. Now, for some of you, you may only be in a short-term challenge. You may only be sort of in an argument. Some of you, you may have been in a longer sort of challenge or separation where you really stopped talking to each other for whatever reason. I would say, though, this is not a reading into a connection with someone that you haven't seen for like years, right? A year or 2 years or something. This is someone that you've been in a relationship or in a connection with within the last year, but also within the last year there has been some separation. Okay. And some of it and a lot of it has to do with money and stability and fear of stability, and things are really changing, but you miss them. You do miss them, and it might be time for you to reach out and to talk to them, because right now everything is changing so much. And people are having such great epiphanies about their lives and really changing their outlooks on their lives. Certainly, you have this hanged man coming in down here, which has really opened you up. So, take advantage of that and reach out. They may be reaching out to you, Or this week may be a week where all of this is coming up to the surface because for some reason or another you've been put in contact with each other. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that, Scorpio. This is your reading for this week in April. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Beautiful Creatures is the deck I'm giving away this month. So please do, if you're interested, please leave me a comment letting me know you're interested. Make sure that you're subscribed and that your subscriptions are public. Sorry about that. That's my cat flipping out like she always does. Make sure your subscriptions are public because otherwise I have no way of knowing that you are a subscriber. But for right now, Scorpio, do have a wonderful week in love. I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, and please stay kind to each other. And I'll see you next week for your weekly love outlook. Bye-bye, guys.